Hello, this is Peter from Ultimate Marketing Strategies, and in this video I'm going to be going over the first of my power tips for SE Cockpit users. Okay, so the tip I'm going to use today is showing the method of starting broad and then narrowing right in. So what I'll do is I'll start with a very general keyword to start off with. So for this example I'll use the word coffee. Now what I'll do, the first run through I'll click on the Google AdWords synonyms, so that will come back with a whole lot of related keywords, and I'll also tag that, so I'll just use the first color there. Okay, so we'll just start that one going. Okay, so each time it's generating these, I'll just pause the video so you don't have to sit there and watch it spinning around for a minute or so, so I'll come back in just a moment. Okay, well that took about 30 seconds or so, and we can see down here that it's returned 800 keywords. So what I'll do now is we'll expand that search, so I'll just expand from keyword, and again I'll use the same root keywords for coffee, but instead this time of the AdWords synonyms we'll use the Google suggested synonyms, and we'll have all of these options enabled. I'll tag that one with the next color and start that one off again. Okay, and that one's finished. That took about another 30 seconds or so, and we can see down here that we now have 1105 keywords. So what SE Cockpit will do is, when you're running similar searches, if there are any duplicates, they're excluded from the list, so you don't have a whole bunch of duplicates. Okay, so now we'll do the third lot of keyword gathering, and what this does is it enables us to get as broad a range of related keywords. So for this option we'll use the Google related searches synonyms, and I'll use the recursive search. Now that will return quite a lot of only vaguely related keywords, but you can either play with a simple search or recursive search, and again I'll tag those just so we can easily see which results have brought in which keywords. Okay, we'll set that one off and I'll just pause again. Okay, and so we can see here we've got all these keywords tagged in orange from the last search, and if we look down here we now have 1392 keywords. So that's a lot of keywords. So now where it gets interesting is where we start using the filters, because obviously 1392 keywords is too much to work with. So generally what I like to do is I filter on the monthly searches. So let's say we were interested in anything over 3,000 searches. I mean, you can make that any number you like. So now that's immediately chopped out a whole lot of stuff. We now have 286 keywords. So now for the competition, that's a number from 1 to 100. So generally if I look for anything with a competition value of less than 50, and you can see now we're down to 54 keywords, and let's say we'll look for anything with a CPC of greater than $1, and that takes us down to 21 keywords. Now we could also but particularly if you're interested in AdSense or AdWords, you could also filter by the competition column there. So if we have a look at what we've got left there, we've only got 21 keywords. So that gives us a lot better list to work with. You can see a few things here that we probably wouldn't be interested in, like chocolate movie, unless there was lots of related products we could promote for that. But things like glass coffee table, we can see there that gets a good number of monthly searches. The competition for that is particularly quite low, and for all of the top 10 results. Things like cappuccino machine, I mean, that would be a good one if you're into eBay or Amazon type websites. Iced coffee recipe, possibly if you're having a related site, you could use that as a related article on your coffee site. As you can see, you can go down through the list there, and you've got you've got a nice workable list there of good keywords, and you could use probably the bulk of those if you had a general site about coffee. You could probably use the bulk of those, and a lot of those will be quite easy to rank for. Okay, well, hopefully you found that useful, and that you'll use a technique. I mean, essentially you can just keep adding more and more related keywords to the search and build up a huge list to start up with. Some of the searches I've done, I've had 3,000-4,000 keywords in there until I start using the filters. And really it's when you start using the filters that you get the real power of SE Cockpit to narrow down and really find some great keywords out of the list. Okay, hopefully you found that useful, and you'll find some great keywords with that tip.